Hello and welcome to I'm Not Judging, but the podcast where we, three mums of school-age kids, dive into the hilarious, chaotic and sometimes questionable world of modern parenting. I'm Briony May Williams.
I'm Charlie Fuge.
And I'm Vix Wilshire.
We're not experts and we're definitely not perfect.
But we are in the thick of it, just like you.
We're here to say the things you're thinking with absolutely no judgment. Well, maybe just a little bit. Coming up on I'm Not Judging But Today, how would you guys feel if, your child doesn't want anything to do with you? The thought of that makes me feel physically sick.
The whole point of all of these assignments is actually, this is going to sound so boring, but to see where you're at. You're only cheating yourself by getting a 10 out of 10.
It's just like Cluedo. We were playing that from about 7 or 8, and it's just entertainment and it's great.
Hello, lovely ladies. How are you?
Hello,
good.
darling.
So good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're using the royal we. Like, sorry, Vicky. Are you? Sorry, I'm just answering for you, Vicky, as though you're like my wife in the 20s. Are you okay, Vicky? Please answer for yourself.
I'm okay.
Sorry to slightly bring the mood down, but I had a bit of a scary time at the weekend. I was on the motorway. I do a lot of driving for work, and I was going to near Southampton to do this charity event for Reach. And this guy, in some kind of road rage situation, tried to ram me off the motorway.
What?
Like, not even, I know. I thought that kind of thing only happened in films, but I was driving along, I was on my own, and it was 8:30 on a Sunday morning. The motorways were completely clear, and this guy was just driving in the middle lane. Like, just consistently in the middle lane.
Middle lane drivers.
There was literally no one else on the motorway, so I thought, right, I'm going to overtake him. So I went in from the slow lane into the middle lane, flashed my lights once or twice, to be like, hi, I'm here.
Yeah.
Went into the fast lane to overtake him. As I went to go past him, he swerved into me.
No.
Yeah. And then I tried to overtake him. He swerved into me again. I beeped my horn. I was like, oh my gosh. So then I pulled back. So then I thought, right, okay, I'm not. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah.
This isn't, I didn't even look at him because I was just too nervous to make any kind of eye contact. So I pulled back, went behind the car, and then he slammed on the brakes to slow me right down. And then I was like, right, okay, I went over into the slow lane, and then he slowed down. So I was probably going about 40 miles an hour. So that because he basically wanted me to try and undertake him. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I slowed right down, did that for about 30 seconds. And then he just sped off down the middle lane. And I was like,
oh my God.
What the hell?
I was like, these things do not happen in real life, but they actually do.
That is awful. Yeah.
My heart, I was like, if Nora had been in the car, or my heart was absolutely in my throat. And do you know what? It's so strange. This happened on Sunday. We're recording now on Tuesday. My heart rate still hasn't come back to normal. Isn't that mad?
Briony.
Why
No,
do
I'm okay.
people
Thank
do
you.
that?
But it honestly, it really shook me up. And I'm a good driver. I'm a strong driver. I'm a very confident driver. If he'd done that to someone who was a nervous, anxious driver,
there would be an
dread to
accident
think.
caused, for sure.
I just want people to be super, super safe. Sometimes it's just not worth it with these people. So just please stay safe.
Don't you think, though, that road rage is something different from how anybody else would normally react?
Oh my gosh,
you know what I mean? What is it with that? You're behind the wheel and you're the most aggressive person. You wouldn't behave like that in any other circumstance. It's awful.
Horrible.
Poor you.
Sorry you had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unpleasant. Thank you, girls. Can you imagine, though, if you acted like you were saying, Charlie, if you behaved like that in other situations, like if you're in the supermarket and you're trying to get around
with
someone.
a trolley.
Going to try to random. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I
imagine?
did have an old lady do that to me once. I had a really, so I was on the phone, right? And I was looking for something. I couldn't find it. I was on the phone to Lou. And this woman was like, excuse me. And I was like, oh, I'm on the phone. And I always get this because people think I work in places because of my tunic. So anyway, I'm going, sorry, I'm on the phone. And she's like, and then she just started ramming me really gently with her trolley. Where's the ham? I need the ham. And I was like, I'm on the phone. And at this point, people are looking around, looking at me like kind of going... And I just went, look, Louise, I've got to go. A lady needs help with finding some ham. So I just put the phone down and walked with her and was like, here it is. And she's like, thanks.
Did you not say, I don't work here? And you just physically rammed me.
I did. I walked along and I went, I don't actually work here. And she just totally ignored it. And I went, okay.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
My days.
It's happened to me in Boots before. I've helped people find like blood pressure machines. Also. Honestly, I've just got that face.
You're just so lovely that you'll be like, I don't work here, but I'll definitely really help you.
You're so nice. You're so nice. I'm instantly like, if someone tries to do that to me, I'm like, I don't work here.
Yeah, shut
down. I don't work here. Oh my days, girls, have you seen in the news this week what's been happening with the Beckhams?
I know.
Who hasn't?
I know.
Who hasn't seen that?
Everyone is talking about it. What is going on? Let's give a short summary, shall we? What has happened?
Go on.
What has happened?
Go on.
According to Brooklyn Beckham, he has posted on his stories a very, very long statement claiming all of these different things about his family, saying things like, Brooklyn said, I didn't say this, Brooklyn said, Brooklyn said that she danced inappropriately on him at the wedding. What does that mean? And the memes that have come out of that are quite entertaining.
Brooklyn, we need a visual. He needs to upload the wedding vid.
Where is it? We need evidence. And saying loads of really very negative things about his family and control and how they're perceived in the press and all this kind of stuff. And he's honestly like pages and pages of it, and the internet has gone mad, hasn't it? Because everyone's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wasn't it like
they never
12
say this
pages?
much publicly. Yeah.
Absolutely mental.
And the world's gone nuts. How are we feeling about it? It is really sad.
I don't want to believe that happened at the wedding. I think that's the thing, isn't it? I don't want to believe it, but obviously it's coming from a place of where he feels something awful has gone on between them and the communication has broken down. He obviously doesn't feel like his feelings are considered in the family situation, but it's like doing it in that way, and what you said about her dancing inappropriately, the way it's been worded is he's almost accusing her of something kind of like sexual, which I found really odd. It did come off like that, didn't it?
I mean, I can't imagine Victoria's going to do a slut drop at the wedding.
I think if she did one, it'd be amazing.
True tell. For sure.
But if her knees are anything like my knees, there's no way she came back up if she went down.
She can get that leg right up over. That's the Victoria Beckham thing, right?
This is it.
She does
very flexible.
Yeah.
It's really sad because, okay, they're a family in the public eye, but they're still a family, you know. And I don't think, from what he said, he doesn't really talk to his siblings anymore. There's very little contact, and from what we all saw as a very close family, is now very fractured, and I wonder how Victoria and David will respond, if they will respond.
I mean, that's it. Everyone's going to be looking for the response now, aren't they? They're going to be looking to see how they respond. And on their stories and things, there's nothing there at the minute. You know, I think that
because we've checked.
Yeah. And the world has checked for that. But I think as well, like, it's been brewing for a while because there's been like unfollowing and you know, all things like that. And so I think, you know, this is his way of addressing it all and saying something publicly.
Definitely.
That's really difficult, isn't it? Because he's the oldest, right? So if you've got a family that's really famous like they are, you know, you kind of have to be controlling in some capacity, don't you? Because you have to protect them.
Yeah.
But then they're going to grow up into adults. And then you can't be the puppet master, can you, anymore? Because they've got to then make their own decisions. It's really hard.
And we have to remember that they're living in a completely different world to anything we could ever imagine, I think. And like how much of it is, like he's talking about a lot of control and stuff. How much was that protecting, but then protecting the brand as well? There's been a lot of interesting chatter about it today, hasn't there? And like kind of everything they do is to protect and promote their brand and stuff, and he's been part of that. I mean, they've sold even, you know, before he was born, like all the pregnancy shots, and then he was born, so he has constantly been in the public eye. And, you know, obviously he may have got to a point now where he did say that, you know, I just want to live a peaceful life and it not be the way it has been for me. And he's setting a boundary. But what a way to set a boundary, girls.
I mean, the people that I've spoken to, though, are very much like, this is Prince Harry vibes. You know, this is giving me Prince Harry vibes.
There'll be a book.
Yeah, literally. That is what people are saying, like there's going to be a book.
Yeah. There is going to be a book.
Is this all orchestrated?
Yeah, I know. I do. Oh, God. Can you imagine how they're all feeling today? It just must be so awful for all of them.
Or are
Everyone
they thinking
involved.
any news is good news? You know, like any news is news type thing, as in
We're
it's
still relevant.
raising all of their profiles.
Yeah. Oh, I
mean, do they really need it raised anymore? He's got a knighthood.
do.
You know, like, calm down.
Calm down.
That's my take on it. But I mean, you know, think about it. How would you guys feel if, you know, your child doesn't want anything to do with you? The thought of that makes me feel physically sick.
It literally makes me want to cry.
Heartbroken.
Yeah.
I would do anything possible to be in my children's lives. Because it's a knock-on effect, isn't it? It's then they have children, then, you know, it's your children and your grandchildren. And oh, God, no.
Yeah,
No,
families are and can be completely difficult to manage. You're all like, you know, you're all born into one family together and you're constantly trying to negotiate, you know, changes in your lives with all of these people, and sometimes communication breaks down. And like you said, I'd want to do anything I possibly could to stay in my girl's life and just like backing down, taking accountability of where I went wrong. I did, like you say, just do anything, wouldn't you? Just to like, maybe they do need some mediation. Maybe they need to voice note us. Yes, Charlotte, we're on the same page, Charlie.
Just say sorry.
Vicky B.
Just say sorry. It's a really powerful word.
Yeah. Send us a voice note, Vic. The other Vicky.
The other Vicky.
The other one. And we'll sort you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another story this week. Have you seen the push, which is ironically on social media, to email your MP to say you support the government's potential idea to raise the age of social media to 16? I am over the moon about this.
Me too.
And they've set it up brilliantly. You literally, there's a page you can go onto. We've already shared it on our socials. And you basically click a link, you put your postcode in, and it will write the letter to your MP for you.
Amazing.
And then you just click send and off it goes.
Perfect.
It's so, I mean, you can amend the letter if you want to add anything in, but they've made it so simple. It took minutes. And I just think that that's fantastic. So, I mean, it's definitely on the agenda now, which is great. And I really genuinely hope that this goes through.
Me too.
Very exciting. Yeah.
I will be keeping a close eye.
Yeah.
Definitely. Me too. I think it'd be nothing but good things if that happens.
Definitely. Vix, have you heard any whispers this week? Got anything going on?
I have got a great overheard in the playground for you this week. It's about a kid getting busted for using ChatGPT for homework.
Oh.
Amazing.
I
cannot wait to hear this, because I used to absolutely just berate my students when they tried to use Google Translate in their languages homework, and I'd be like, guys, it's so obvious. So I cannot wait to hear that one. And we've got a news story about one of my absolute favourite TV shows, The Traitors.
Yes.
Oh, it's the final on Friday.
I can't wait.
And plus a listener's email asking about bedtimes again.
Aww.
Topic that always comes up, and very happy to chat about. First, Overheard in the playground. Every week we like to share something that we have overheard or that someone has shared with us. Usually it's a bit shocking and almost always it's a good bit of juicy gossip, which everyone secretly loves or openly, like myself. So Vix, what's occurring? Or should I say that in a Nessa accent?
What's
Vix,
occurring?
what's occurring?
I love it. I will not continue this. Because it's just terrible.
Apologies
Sorry,
to all the
Welsh.
Welsh listeners. I'm sorry I attempted a Welsh accent. Apologies.
Yes, so my friend's 10-year-old daughter came home the other day, like full of praise and like with a certificate about how well she'd done, like in her book report, was just like glowing about it. And my friend was pretty suspicious because basically she can barely tie her shoes. So she's like, how have you now become a Pulitzer Prize winning literary expert? So basically she did some digging and then found out that she'd used ChatGPT for her book report, lost it, banned every screen in the house, and there was just massive meltdowns and everything's calmed down a bit, but she's just like, you know, what do I do? She doesn't even use it herself. She doesn't even know what it's about. And she was like, what do I do? Like, is this just another way of like, you know, when you'd ask your really clever mum and dad for help and then they'd give you like a PhD level answer and you'd be like, okay, I'm just going to use that. Is it just a new way of, you know, getting extra help, or should there?
Depends.
What do you think, Briony? Tutor
I've got
Briony.
so much to say.
Teacher.
Also, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Teacher hat.
Go on.
I think it depends how you use it. I think AI, ChatGPT, can be a really useful tool to help generate ideas.
Yeah.
The problem comes when you make it do all the work for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, literally just saying, write me a book report on this book. I mean, it's amazing that this even exists. Do you know what I mean? Like, but when I was a teacher, I was a languages teacher. I taught French and Spanish, and I'd get the boys' homework book, and I'd look in it, and I'd be like, "You put that on Google Translate?" And they're like, "No, we didn't." I'm like, "Yes, you did." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I would show them how bad Google Translate. I mean, it's probably really good now, but at the time, I'd show them. So I'd take a sentence or two sentences in English, put it into Google Translate, and then put that back into Google Translate to show them what it translates as. And it all came out as gibberish. And they were like, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. And things like they'd say like, I'm going back to my house, but rather than using the correct verb, they'd say, I'm going back, and use the word for your back, which is a completely different word, to my house. And I'm like, why are you talking about the back on your body when you're actually going back to your house, which is a completely different word? And they were like, trying to help them understand.
Gosh.
But I mean, it's there. Of course you're going to be tempted to use it. Of course you are. Like, gosh, even more so with ChatGPT. What are your thoughts, Charlie?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great tool. I think it's brilliant. I mean, back in our day, if you were trying to find, when you used to do assignments, if you use the same word loads of times for the same sort of point, it'd be like a shift F7, you know, to shift F7. And if Charla's watching this, my friend from uni, who is absolutely wonderful person, shift F7 was like our best friend. Shift F7 for it all, because it would give you, wow, right? It would give you an alternative word to use for the same meaning.
Yes.
So good.
Thesaurus. I love a thesaurus.
You just didn't want to see the same word a million times through your assignments. So you'd shift F7 and just literally change one word, but with the same meaning. So useful, so helpful. But that was like, advanced as it was back in the day. But now, ChatGPT is great, right? It's so great. It is wonderful when used correctly. But you can't rely on it, because then you won't actually learn anything. You know, the whole point of all of these assignments is actually, this is going to sound so boring, but to see where you're at. If there's gaps in your learning, you're only cheating yourself by getting a 10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know it, your teacher needs to know you don't know it.
Yeah.
So that you can really learn it.
I thought you were going to start rapping then. Like Hamilton style. If you don't know it, then your teacher needs to know it.
Cheating yourself.
Yeah.
So that's
but also,
it. That's all I have to say.
I love that. You just got to be careful. Got to be careful.
Really careful. It's a great tool, not to be used fully for book reports. Naughty, naughty.
Now it's time for In the News, where we tackle the headlines shaping modern parenting, from comforting children after a ban on playground TikTok dances to accepting that Taylor Swift's Shake It Off will eternally be ruined by trying to get the 6 times tables to finally stick. Now, girls, have you been watching The Traitors?
Hell yeah.
Love it.
So good.
Now, we're not going to give any spoilers, are we? Not going to give any spoilers, just in case people aren't up to date. Although I did absolutely drop Vix in it, and I'm still sorry about this, Vicky, that last week when me and Vix went for a Reformer Pilates taster, and as we came out, Nora had texted me telling me who'd been murdered, and I read it aloud and went, oh my God, da-da-da's been murdered. And Vicky went, what? And I went, I'm sorry.
And then she was like, in Coronation Street.
In Coronation Street.
When did you start watching Corrie?
My backtracking was terrible, so I'm still very sorry about that, Vicky.
That's fine,
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But I saw a news story about whether it's okay or not to let your kids watch the new series of Traitors. Now, I'm not judging, but I think it's absolutely okay to let your kids watch Traitors. Nora, I mean, obviously, I think age dependent, but Nora is 10 and she is obsessed with it. She loves it. And every time it's on in the week, me, her, Steve, and the dog, we all sit down and we watch it together.
Yeah.
And it gives me vibes of, you know, live TV.
Yeah.
Our childhood of like watching something when it comes on.
Yeah.
And having that moment of having to wait till the next day, like with the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know, that energy, and it's just so lovely. And we talk about it and we get excited together. And I don't think there's anything really that inappropriate in it. I mean, Nora has a real anxiety about dying, like real, quite serious anxiety about it. And she'll be talking about murder left, right and centre. And like, oh yeah, well, they're dead, you know. And I think because of the way that they've done it on the show, exactly, because of the way they've done it on the show, I think it's framed really well. And with Claudia's humour and everything, I just think it's done brilliantly. So I am all for it. Personally, what about you guys?
All for it. Yeah, definitely. All for it. I mean, when the Celeb Traitor series came out, we
love that.
Yeah, Hundy P was born. So, you know, Hundy P was born. But we loved it. We all sat down as a family and watched it and loved it, talked about it. And it brought us together as a family. And everything that you said, Bri, I felt exactly the same way. It's like our childhood again. It was brilliant. So much so that we then went and watched the non-celeb Traitors, and we watched series 2 that you recommended, Bri, because you're friends with Molly, and totally loved it. So then, obviously, so then this Traitor series, we're watching it, we love it, and I think it's great. And also with the murder thing, like, it's not gruesome. And look at Cluedo. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to say
the board game Cluedo, right? Like with a dagger in the kitchen. You know, I'm all for it.
It's so funny. When I knew we were going to talk about this, I thought, it's just like Cluedo. We were playing that from about 7 or 8. I murdered you in the library.
Yeah.
I love it. And we're all watching it as well. We are absolutely loving it. And it's really difficult to find something you can all watch together, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I just, like you said, it's very light-hearted, a lot of it. And I think when it does get a bit heavy, like, and things happen and people get a bit kind of uptight about it, it's just showing what different emotions can happen in different situations. And again, it gives you a talking point, and it's just entertainment, and it's great. And like you said, it reminds me of being a kid again and watching and looking forward to watching something.
Yeah.
And how much do we need that in the world right now? Like, we need to be brought back together. And okay, it's a screen, but it's a screen that you're all watching together and you're talking about and you're excited about. And, you know, you're not all sat there on your separate screens or in your separate rooms. And I just think there's something so wholesome about that and wonderful that I don't know how anyone can really say anything against it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so sorry, we're Team Traitors here.
Team Traitors.
Team Traitors.
Team Traitors. And another story that popped up this week is an initiative launched by the government and the National Literacy Trust naming 2026 as the National Year of Reading. It's a nationwide push to get more people reading for pleasure, and it's called Go All In. It aims to reverse what organisers describe as a worrying decline in reading enjoyment among young children. It's quite interesting because the stats show that, you know, kids aren't reading for enjoyment as much. Boys even less so than girls. But I kind of think, hasn't that kind of always been the way? Am I misreading that? Ha, no pun intended. Would you say when you think back to your youth?
I don't know. I know
girls, or do you not?
I don't know.
What, between boys and girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think when I think back, the girls were more readers and we'd all be talking about Judy Blume books and the babysitters clubs and stuff, and the boys weren't really in the library. Barely.
I don't know. I know a lot of my mum friends that have sons, and some are really keen readers, like all the Harry Potter books.
Oh, nice.
That's good then.
Yeah, I think that, you know, more so than my youngest, who's a girl. And so I don't know if that's so true anymore. I think there's a lot more, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe there's more books like
variety,
enticing
maybe?
Them. Yeah, more variety for them.
Maybe. This survey shows that only 26% of boys read for pleasure compared to 39% of girls. So there's a definite sort of difference there.
Yeah.
But if reading is being done less so, is that because of the environment that we live in? You know, tablets, smartphones, streaming, you know, services, social media, all that kind of stuff. Like, is that...
Definitely.
Is that why this is happening, do you think?
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Same for us.
Yeah,
you know, like
definitely.
I'm part of a book club.
Yeah.
And we set that up to make us read. Like, we're so busy all of the time, you know, doing things for the kids and doing all of that. And then you do just sit there and, you know, doom scroll or what have you. And so setting up a book club has really made us all in the book club read the books. You know, it's really helped.
How long do you get to read the book?
It varies. We're not harsh.
So slow.
We are not harsh. And even if we have another book club meeting before people have not finished, we're like, it's okay. It's all right.
Oh, you're so nice.
We're not
That's
like,
so nice.
Oh, I like that. It's nice, chilled.
What page you want?
Yeah.
What page
None of that. None of that.
What does it say on chapter 25, line 4?
Yeah. There's no test.
Yeah, none of that.
But we are reading The Court of Thorns at the minute. You know, the really viral.
Yes! Oh my God, how far? Oh my God, Akatar, where are you? Have you got to the smutty bit yet?
So on the book club WhatsApp group, some people are way ahead than others. I'm reading
really
book
enjoying
1,
it.
yeah. And they're like, oh, I've already ordered book 2, book 3, but you know, it's really...
Oh my God. How are you finding it though? Because you're not, sorry, we're just going to sideline children's reading just for a second, because I've been waiting for Charlie to read a smutty romantasy. I love fairy porn, romantasy books, right? Loved them for ages, and Charles like, it's not really my thing.
like
and then
a
she told me she was reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, Akatar, which is like a TikTok sensation series, and I was like, damn it. So how far in are you?
So book 1 still, and I'm I've probably read about a quarter, so I'm really quite like slow on it because I just finished reading His and Hers, which is a psychological thriller, and the series is on Netflix.
Yes, I've
and
seen
I
that.
watched the series, and I finished the book, and I watched the series, and I was like, oh. So I've really kind of, because I like a whodunit and I like a psych thriller, but yeah, I'm now on this, and I'm about a quarter in, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Can you call me when you finish, please? Because I feel like and Vicky, can you read it just for me? Just because
I'll give it you after I finish.
I'll put it on my book pile at the side of my bed that I keep buying books and going, I'm definitely going to read this.
At the top, yeah. Or listen to it on Audible.
That's a really good idea.
But you've got to be very careful where you listen to it, because sometimes I'll be listening to my smutty fairy books and then be picking Nora up from school, and just people can hear it. It's not a good idea.
What kind of rating is this one? Is this like low key or is this full in?
This is like, so they do it as chili peppers online. So Book Talk is like 5 chili peppers is absolute maximum spice. Steaming. I would say Akatar's probably 2 or 3 chili peppers.
Okay. Right. Okay. Easing us in.
2, maybe 2. 2 easy. Yeah. That's what she said.
Easing us in. Just hopping on Amazon.
Yes.
That took you way too long, Vicky, then.
She's too innocent. She's not started the book yet, Bri. All right.
She's too nice.
I'm just off to help somebody find ham, okay? Off I go.
She's too busy helping out octogenarians in Tesco trying to find the ham. So what age? I mean, I would not let Nora read this kind of book until she's like, 16 at the youngest, because there's a lot in there. And also gives you very unrealistic expectations of what sex will be like.
Because of the wings?
The wings. And, other parts of the anatomy of the men that are maybe not realistic.
Wow. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah.
I think, shall I do a little summary here? Yeah. Children should read, but not fairy smut. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that right? Yeah, okay.
Start with Judy Bloom. It's great.
Oh my God, I love it.
Work your way up from there. Okay. All right, it's time for Between You and Me, where listeners share their parenting dramas and dilemmas. So let's dive in with our unqualified advice and do our best to help. We've got an email from Zara in Newcastle. Hi, I'm really struggling with my kids at bedtime. My heart goes out to you, Zara. I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they've always just gone to bed at the same time, and it's never been a problem. But recently, the 10-year-old has been struggling to get to sleep for well over an hour. What are appropriate bedtimes for this age, and how do you stretch out the older child's bedtime whilst managing the younger one, who is then desperate to stay up too? Separating bedtimes feels like such an uphill battle. I don't know where to start. Oh, Zara, sending so much love. This is a lot.
I'm in the trenches with you, Zara.
There's so many variables to this situation, like if they're going through an anxious time, they're not very well, whatever. And I think that's the thing, you've got to go with the flow a little bit. But like, for instance, obviously Daisy's nearly 14, Prim's nearly 9. They do a lot of the time have separate bedtime. She'll go up to bed, like Prim will go up to bed about 7:15, but she doesn't go to sleep sometimes until 9, but she's like reading, drawing, acting out something with her teddies. But she's upstairs and Daisy gets like an extra half an hour, and then she goes up. But there are times when Prim needs a little bit more attention. So I think I always say to Daisy, look, like sometimes we're not just going to be able to have that time and watch that programme together, because we live in a house as a family and we've all got different needs at different times. And I always remind her that, there was times when you were up and down all the time. So it's difficult and it's tiring, especially when you're tired. But I think, again, like you always say, Bri, communication and just like talking about it and just, all you can do is try your best, isn't it, really? And give them both little bits of your time. I don't know whether that's very helpful or not, but that's what I do.
It helped me.
I think it is. I know, absolutely. I only have one, so I don't have the sort of 2-child situation, but I do. Nora is, she has gone through a long phase of taking a really long time to go to sleep or being really unsettled and coming back downstairs. So we've had a lot of doing that, and we've tried various different things. But for us, our main goal was to try and keep her in her room, in her bed. Past a certain time. So, she has up until, say, she's 10, so she has up until 8:45, and then she has to go up, brush her teeth, get into bed, and then she can either read, or I think we've mentioned them before, but the sticker books you can get on Amazon for a couple of quid. They're not kids, like they're not really kiddie sticker books like you would expect. They're kind of more mature sticker books. They're like called mosaic sticker books.
Yes, I've seen them.
Yeah, and I've got her a couple of those, and so she just sits in bed and does that for sort of 20 minutes if she does, if she's done reading. And it's just another thing to keep her in in place in bed, and it's settling and it's calming and it's quite mindful. And then once she's done that, then she lies down, and we put an audiobook on for her on Spotify. We just put an audiobook on, and then she goes to sleep to that. So I think, there's little kind of steps that you can take to try and keep them in the space. Because again, you've got to be kind to yourself and kind to each other, in that it's really fucking hard sometimes. It is. And it's really stressful. It's really stressful. And especially when you're tired and yeah, exactly. And then you lose your patience, which I've done multiple times. And you just be like, just go to sleep.
Especially when you're tired too.
Yeah, exactly. So I think trying to take it step by step, start by trying to keep the child in their bedroom and in their bed.
And make it a nice place.
Like with the sticker
which
book.
you've done.
Like
with the sticker book, with the audiobook. Yeah. It's a distraction.
We'll say to her, right, this is it. We're going to come back in 30 minutes to check on you. So you don't need to come and find us. You don't need to get out of bed. We will be back to check on you and settle you down to sleep. And then she knows that we'll be coming back. And in terms of like bedtimes, I think that's very much an up to the family kind of thing. I don't think there's a set time where kids, obviously kids need sleep. Children between 6 and 12 apparently need between 9 and 12 hours sleep a night. So, I think it's up to you, again, to decide as a family and talk it through and set those kind of time boundaries, whether it's, right, you're in your room at this time and you're asleep by this time. And obviously with an older one and a younger one, maybe kind of have that slightly staggered. So
yeah, definitely.
That everyone feels happy. So yeah. So anyway, I really hope that helps, Zara. Honestly, we feel it. We are, we send you our love. Okay, we've got one more from Martin in Bristol. Hi, ladies. Really enjoying your unqualified advice. Thanks, Martin. It's helped me a few times already.
Oh, Martin. Yes.
Changing lives.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I want to put my predicament to you. Our house is semi-detached, and whilst I love our neighbours, their child is so noisy. I can hear her all the time, in capitals, screaming, fighting, playing music and having fun. I hear all the good and all the bad. So I'm pretty sure they can hear me when I end up raising my voice to my own children, and recently my eldest seems to be getting even louder. Having this amount of noise both in my house and from the neighbours is starting to drive me round the bend. I want to ask them to keep the noise down, but I don't know how to on our side. How can I complain if my kids are doing the same? How can I resolve the issue without offending the neighbours? How can I restore an acceptable level of decibels everywhere? Oh, that's a tough one. My instant reaction to this was go round and be like, I'm really sorry, can you hear my kids through the wall?
That's a good one.
Is it a problem? Just to start the conversation, you're not going round going, I can hear your kids doing this, that and the other. If you start by going round being like, I'm really worried that my kid's just making so much noise and that you can hear them through the wall. Like, have you heard anything?
But then they will probably answer, my answer to that would be, oh yeah, but don't worry about it. You can probably hear ours too. Don't worry. It's tit for tat.
We're just all very noisy. It's not bothering me.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Situation. I think he's just going to have to spend more time out of the house. Take him out.
It's a real tough one because if they're so I need more of what's going on. If they're being chucked out in the garden at 7 o'clock, creating havoc and disturbing you, then yes, say something. If it's genuinely just kids laughing and playing and whatever, then yeah, I'm sorry, but you are going to have to suck it up a little bit, especially because you've got kids.
I think as well, you can only really fully control your environment, so and your children. Yes. So if it's everything together is getting too noisy, try and control what you can in your world. So helping the kids calm down, teaching them how to use inside voices versus outside voices, calmer activities, things like that. And try and do that on your side.
Yes.
And then,
Very good advice.
Yeah.
And then obviously if your environment is quieter, then when the noise comes through the wall, it's not adding on top of all this chaos and noise in your house.
I think he's just overwhelmed.
Yeah. And if you find ways that work, like he was saying, if you're able to reduce things going on in your environment and it works, then if you ever do have that meeting with the neighbour, you can be like, oh, this really worked for me.
We do hope that helps, Martin. So If there's a parenting drama or dilemma you want our unqualified wisdom on, then send us a DM or voice note on Instagram. You'll find us at I'm Not Judging But Pod. And don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube and Spotify. Thanks so much, gorgeous girls. I love you.
Love you.
We'll be back next week with a very special guest.
I've got tingles. So excited.
Oh my gosh. This is big, isn't it, girls?
This is
so huge.
So big.
This is huge. We'll reveal it all on social media next week, but we are very, very excited about this. So we'll leave that there, but have a great week. Bye.